Hey everybody, how's it going today? Please excuse my ruffleness. I'm about to go out and brave the heat to mow the lawn, so wish me luck. If I keel over, if you don't hear from me, I've keeled over in the backyard. Okay. So anyways, how are you doing today? I wanted to talk about Vegas D-Tech as a YouTube channel, and the guy's name is Joey, and lately he's been going down to Lake Mead and watching and looking at the water levels and looking at the lack of water in Lake Mead. So he's not a prepper, he's more of a tech guy. But he's fascinated with what's happening at Lake Mead, which is the water's drying up and there's not going to be, basically he knows about the prospect of if the lake falls below a certain level, there's not going to be any water going to any of these states that depend on it. There's not going to be any power to any of the states that that Lake Mead's power generators generate. I don't know. So he's aware of this, and to the best of his ability, he's blogging it. He's vlogging it, and basically he goes down and he walks, where, basically there's signposts, water level 2020 and water level, he's up there's water level 2018 or 2000 or whatnot, and he's going down. Here's the water level 2021, and he's still walking down the hill. And like what he does is like he'll do a little visual marker, and he'll show people a visual marker of where the water line is right now, and then he'll go and then he'll come back and and the water level, after a week or two is just 20 feet out and 20 feet farther. And that's a lot of water loss for that lake. So they're saying, I know. The officials are saying that if this progresses the same way it's been progressing, Lake Mead will drop below the level it will need to make the turbines spin in basically in a couple of years, 2023, 24, 25. I think it's going to be on the near side, close side, instead of on the far side. Just because, it's just, you drain the bathtub and the water slowly goes down, but the bottom pans a little bit. So the last few seconds of that bathtub draining are happen a little bit faster than normal. But anyways, yeah. So all right. So I have a thing for you, and this is a prepping thing. So what happens when the water runs out? The water runs out. The power runs out. The people on multiple states, I'm talking millions of people that have depended on the water and the power. There's no water and there's no power. They're going to do mass migration, and it's just going to be just like another Syria, not like another Syria happened. Mark Twain says, history doesn't repeat, but it sure does rhyme. So if you haven't heard what happened in Syria, to trigger the war, a large section of Syria ran out of water. So it ran out of water, ran out of power. Crops died, livestock died, and there was mass migration because people couldn't survive without any water. So it was mass migration to parts of Syria that did have water, did have power. So the result was it created huge political chaos, huge drawdown on resources, to live resources for the established people that were there. And you have this huge influx of people that needed sudden resources. They needed food, they needed shelter, they needed all these things. And it was just overwhelmed the system. So they had, food chaos and resource chaos, led to political chaos, economic chaos, because this all happened. And then people were just, so it devolved to the point of war, and it started a war, and just other countries took advantage of that. But let's go back to Lake Mead. That supplies water and power to multiple states. What happens if that resource suddenly stops? You're gonna have, again, history doesn't repeat, but it sure does. You're gonna have millions of people migrating from places where there is no water and power to places where there is water and power. And it's going to be economic chaos, political chaos. It's going to draw down on the available resources. How are you going to food, shelter, house, all this stuff? People that, have never needed a winter jacket before. I mean, so, yeah. So, okay, well, it doesn't affect you. Oh, it doesn't affect you? Okay. Go and see how many companies in your area rely on things made or services in the California, Utah, Arizona, that area. And you know, if there's going to be no power, they're going to go out of business. How are they going to? And even then, even if the people relocated, are you going to guarantee that your employees are going to relocate to, you know, within a few miles of one another so that your business can continue? So yeah, that's something that worries me. That's something that I think about. As again, the guy's name is Joey, and his channel is Vegas D Tech, and check it out because he just walks like me. He walks down, you know, his videos, or he walks down from the parking lot, and just there's they can't put boats in on a lot of boat ramps because the boat ramps don't go down far enough, and it's just 108 degrees, 110 degrees, and he's just walking and walking and walking, and they've had to move the marinas out so that the marinas aren't grounded, and it's like, how far can they push these things out? So yeah, check out that channel. How would you react either way, if you are part of the migrating people or if you're going to be part of the people to receive the migration? So, all right, at least it's something to think about. Have a good day. On a wonderful note, it's sunny and warm out. Nice summer day. Yeah, I guess I'll mow the lawn. Well, I'll mow until I fall over. Okay. All right. Hope you're having a good one. Take care. Bye.